will do. Welcome. Izzy and I are pretty excited because our group, Mindfulness and Inner Peace, has just gone past 2,000 beautiful souls. 2,000. Actually, it's 2,100 already in just a few more days. So, you know, we're pretty excited about that. So we thought we'd come on to welcome everyone or just touch base with everybody and just have a little chat, you know, from our hearts, whatever comes up. We won't be talking too long. So I should just introduce myself first. Yeah, my name is John, and I'm a mindfulness master. I do some hypnotherapy, and I'm a lived experience recovery coach. And I call myself a lived experience recovery coach because of my own lived experience of mental health issues, addiction, disorders, you name it. I've experienced it in my past. Anyhow, now I would really love to introduce Isabel Mary Fitzgerald, who actually started this group and then invited me to come on board to help her with it. So, g'day, Izzy, and would you like to introduce yourself?
I'd love to. Hi, John. Hi, everyone out there. This is a special day. John and I are so over the moon that the group has grown to 2,000 beautiful souls, or 2,100, I think, today. It's growing very quickly. And I think it's, you know, to have this opportunity for both of John and I just to be here and actually officially welcome you properly. It's such a privilege. And I wanted to share kind of a little bit about the story on why this group was started, because I remember calling John almost a year ago, actually. It was during lockdown, and I'm based in New South Wales. John is also based North New South Wales and Grafton, and I'm on the Northern Beaches. And I remember I was in lockdown and I had been coaching a client who actually tested positive to COVID, and I had to go into quarantine, and I was told that I would be in quarantine and isolated from my family Christmas Day and New Year's Eve. And I was thinking, okay, how can I make the best of this time? And it meant staying in my room essentially and not using the kitchen or anything for 14 days. And so I rang John and I said, you know what? I'd love to start a group called Mindfulness and Inner Peace. Are you in? And John said, yes, I'm thrilled. Let's do this. And that's kind of how this group was born. And so a year later, here we are. And it's just mind-blowing. And it's truly beautiful to watch all these beautiful souls getting together and connecting. And I'm loving all your posts. John's loving all your posts. And we're forming incredible friendships, and thank you for being here. It really means so much. And I guess a little bit about me. So I'm a mindfulness coach, and I also have lived experience with anxiety. Gosh, I used to have obsessional thoughts, insomnia, like John, you name it, I've experienced it. And I guess that's why I became so passionate about teaching mindfulness and becoming a mindfulness coach and mindfulness mentor. I love what I do. I love transforming lives. And yeah, I think mindfulness has never, ever been needed more than now, what we're experiencing through this pandemic. And that's why John and I wanted to, I guess, talk to you today and connect with, you know, why we're here, why are we in this group? And essentially, I think it's all about finding inner peace, isn't it? And kind of through this chaos, what tools have we got? How do we find that center and calm and inner peace when what's happening in the external world is really loud, it's really noisy, and it's affecting all of us? It doesn't matter whether you're a coach, whether you're a teacher, it doesn't matter what background you come from, you're a mum, we're all being impacted. So today's about that and what we can do to nourish our minds and our souls and find some kind of peace. And John, do you agree?
Oh, absolutely. You've hit the nail right on the head, Izzy, because, I get this question all the time. And even when people join the group, they join because they want to find out how do they achieve inner peace? Because, it's way easier to say than do, that's for sure. And it takes practice. And maybe I might just say a little bit about mindfulness, and then you can say a little bit about inner peace. How would that be?
Absolutely.
Mindfulness, the way I teach people and have for many, many years, is be mindful, pause, connect. And that's how I've abbreviated over 9,000 hours of study into mindfulness in all cultures. And that's how I've simplified it. And if you Google that, you'll actually find me. Be mindful, pause, connect. And I'll just explain that. It is fairly simple. That doesn't mean it's easy, but it is simple. Be mindful is a key thought that I teach people to use. Anytime they notice their mind being unhelpful or negative, or in the past, or the future, or just far away, when we notice that, and mindfulness is awareness, it's all about noticing what our mind is doing, then we use the key thought, be mindful. And we use it as an instruction from our heart to our mind, because we want our heart in control, not our mind. That's the goal. So when we notice those things, we say to ourselves, be mindful. And then we allow that to trigger a pause. And it only takes a few seconds, because mindfulness is practiced on the go. It's not something you make time to do like meditation, which is a beautiful thing. Be mindful, we tell ourselves. We pause our mind just for a few seconds, and we connect. And we connect in three ways. We connect with where we are using our five senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch, if you're with a partner. We connect with who we're with full presence, especially our kids and loved ones. It's the greatest gift you can give them, your full presence, which means not thinking about what to say next or having any agenda, just be present. It's a beautiful thing. We sense when other people aren't present, if their mind's far away, we know. And so the same, others know when we're not being present. And the third part, and which I believe is the most important part, is connecting with our source energy, whatever you believe that to be. Because source energy, well, at our core, we are energy. And once we make that connection with our source, it's a beautiful thing. And the pause is really powerful because it connects us. It connects us to our creativity. It connects us to our intuition, which is really important. And before you know it, you've got positive things dropping into your mind. Once you start connecting with the nothingness where everything is, it's an amazing and powerful practice. But like I said, it's not easy. So if you get practicing, it becomes automatic and it becomes a beautiful new habit. And I've witnessed amazing transformations in people when they start practicing mindfulness. So that's my little spiel there, Izzy. Now, what
Beautiful.
have
Well,
you got for you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Well, I think you're right. Whatever we practice, we become really good at, right? And it gives us the opportunity that, we've learnt over time that the brain is like plastic and we can change the neuroplasticity of the brain. And whatever we keep firing, we wire. And so if we practice complaining, we become masters of complaining. Yeah. If we practice worrying, we become masters of worrying. But if we practice being mindful and being present and being kind and compassionate, we become, the potential is huge. We become masters of being kind and being peaceful and being more mindful. So what you've just shared with us, John, is, it's really profound and deep, and it's really beautiful. And I love your work, and I've learned from you as well. And thank you for all your teachings. And I think also what you shared is that, I guess, mindfulness does help us to attain inner peace. But I want to remind everyone that I think we're born naturally peaceful. It is a part of us. And I guess I founded an organization called My Peaceful Universe. And when I founded that, it was about connecting children initially. Now I'm working with teenagers and adults, but it was to connect children with that beautiful universe that exists within them. It's there, but we haven't been taught or nurtured how to connect with that beautiful stillness that we all have. There's so much noise going on that we don't know how to switch off. We haven't been taught how to be present. We have, John and I were talking about earlier today, we're being taught how to think instead of learning how to think for ourselves. So how do we get in touch with inner peace? How do we get in touch with my peaceful universe that's present within us? We need to start silencing the mind. It's in the stillness. We can hear our heart and we can hear our soul. And it does take practice to become still. I think we're addicted to doing. I love the analogy. They call us human beings, but I think we're very rarely are we humans being. We're actually humans doing. We're racing around. We get up at the same time. We go to the toilet, brush our teeth at the same time, eat the same breakfast, go to work, or whatever it is, or drop the kids off at school. We actually need to pause and make time for stillness in our day. This is something that we need to orchestrate. And it does take great courage, right? And I know for me, how, I guess, through my own anxiety and that, obsessive thinking, it got to a point where, goodness me, I'm really tired of my mind. It was exhausting. Listening to all the stories it was creating every day. And I thought that I didn't know that I could control my mind. I thought my mind was me. Forget the rest of this. I thought this was me and this made up me. And then through mindfulness, I discovered that actually I can actually choose my thoughts and I can take my power back and I can actually master my mind. And once I learned how to do that and I could step back and observe my thoughts coming and going like clouds in the sky and not actually jumping onto every thought and running with it, goodness me, my life transformed and changed in so many ways. And it's been a gift as a parent. It's been a gift as a practitioner. And, it did take time. I didn't wake up suddenly and I was this beautiful, calm person. It took practice. It did take commitment. And, there's formal and informal mindfulness that, you can just drink your tea and you can smell the tea and taste the tea. And, it's easy in that way. But then, I also did include formal practice where I began to meditate. And I must admit, I'm a bit of a meditation geek. I meditate every day. But you know what? Mindfulness is a unique thing and you need to tailor it in a way that feels right for you. So, John has his way and I have my way. And I do meditate, but then I am, I guess, practicing mindfulness throughout the day at many times. Right now I'm sitting on this chair and, let's say my mind is becoming distracted, I can just pay attention to my toes in my shoes and feel the earth beneath me and feel the contact of my jumper on my skin. There's so many endless ways of being mindful, and it's so exciting. And so I guess through these times where there's a lot of chaos and there is a lot of disharmony in the world, I think we all need to find a way of connecting with this stillness and connecting with our own peaceful universe. And so that, through the breath, through ways like saying, be mindful and actually taking our power back and taking charge of our mind, through meditation, through connecting with nature, through gratitude. There are so many pockets of joy happening in every moment. Like right now, I could be focused on what's happening out there with COVID, because let's face it, it's a huge distraction, right? I could immerse myself with the news, social media, the radio, it's everywhere. But right now, if I paused, I could also find beauty. I'm here talking to John Shearer. What a gift. What a beautiful soul. I'm here and I'm looking out at my garden. I've got a beautiful warm glass of water there. So it does take practice, because I can choose in any moment to focus on this and the garden and John, or actually I can choose to focus on, oh my goodness, the world is falling apart. It's all mindset, right, John? Do you agree?
Absolutely. Yeah, very much so. And right now, right now, my focus is on the 2,100 beautiful souls in our group, Mindfulness and Inner Peace. So I just want to say to all of you, be mindful, pause, connect, and feel welcome to connect with Izzy or myself or both. Feel welcome to put a link into your Facebook page or your business or website. You can put them in underneath this thread. We invite you to put that in, make some comments, and perhaps I'm sure we will do this more often.
I'd love
So
to.
put in suggestions, what you'd like us to be talking about. Whatever you like, whatever comes to mind, just put it in the feed underneath this recording. So thanks, Izzy.
Oh, thanks, John. And I just want to say something about that. Yeah, as a group, I think community is so important at this time, and we need one another, and we need to align with people that have common interests and have similar beliefs, and who are positive and are interested in growing world peace and growing within as well. And so if there's anything at all that you would like John and I to talk about in the group, or that you're interested in, please, as John said, write a comment, leave a note. And this is something we want to do more regularly, connect with you and have, hopefully open discussions, healthy discussions. So please communicate, and let's continue to grow this beautiful community and support one another and hold the space for one another. Right, John?
Yeah, invite your friends.
Yeah. Invite your friends and family, and let's keep growing and supporting the world. This isn't just about us and our own inner work. This is about, as John always likes to say and share, this is about creating a ripple effect. And the more that we develop our own inner peace and contact that inner peace that already resides within us, we can actually help to transform the world and make a difference.
Absolutely. And you're right. And I'm just giving I put the ripple effect on my book that I wrote in 2000.
Yes.
Actions.
Love your book.
There's no need to go out and buy the book, because I'll put a link to it in the thread later on, and you can have the PDF of it, which is actually better than the book because it's a bit more updated. So I'm happy to do that.
Oh, thanks, John. That's
like I always say, Izzy, and you mentioned the ripple effect. It is always my hope that the people who are touched by our ripple then create a ripple of their own. That way we can change the world. One person at a time, we can. And governments and religions haven't been able to do it, but we can. All of us collectively, we can spread the good news. Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Izzy.
Thank you, John. Namaste. And thank you, everyone, for listening in. And we can't wait to hear your comments and connect with you again soon. We're going to make this more regular. So look out. World, here we come.
Thanks, Izzy.
Bye.
Bye for now.